Hello, you are with me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability. United Nations statistics estimate that over 600 million people live with disability globally, and over 400 million people live with disability in Africa. 40% of Africa's population are made up of people living with disability. 10 to 15% of school-age children in Africa live with disability. Ghana's population is over 32 million, and 8% are people living with disability. How does this impact on persons with disability in terms of policy formulation, marriage and family life, education, healthcare, employment, and so on? For those of us in the disability community, discrimination and stigmatization is the root cause of almost every challenge we face. However, success only comes to those who know how to overcome their challenges and not those who know how to avoid challenges. So join me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability, as I navigate my way through the riveting stories, the unbelievable experiences, and the life-transforming journeys of persons with disability on the Helping Hand TV show.
So I had the episode around 2 a.m. That was the last time I looked at the time. It was 2 a.m. I could not remember anything again. I was later told that people saw me in the room, but how to get in was very difficult. They called welders to come to break down the door. They said they could not do anything because it's in layers. They said the mason that suggests that unless they break part of the wall for him to get access to put his hand there to open the door, which they did, and they were able to open the door. They came and met me lying down naked.
We'll be right back.
God bless our homeland Ghana. It's happening here again on the soils of Ghana. The first ever, the best ever, the greatest ever, and the only prestigious award for persons with disability. It's the Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards. It's the 2026 edition of the prestigious Chill Awards. Right here in Ghana, West Africa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is finally here. It is the official opening for the nominations for the 2026 edition of the prestigious Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, valid from 1st October to 31st of December 2025. Eligibility for the 2026 edition of the prestigious Chill Awards includes persons with disability or institutions of persons with disability who have made exceptional contributions and have demonstrated outstanding leadership in the disability community and national development in the following categories: 1. Education, 2. Entrepreneurship, and 3. Disability sports. To submit your nomination, kindly visit www.chillawards.com. Click on the nomination process button, complete the form with your details, and attach required supporting media and references. Then submit. Take your place in the noble race of change makers. It's the prestigious Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, Chill Awards 2026. For further enquiries, kindly contact the H4P Organization on +233 209 555 777 or +233 596 313 338 or +233 277 552 208. Remember, it's the official opening for nominations for the 2026 edition of the prestigious Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards from 1st October to 31st December 2025. The prestigious Chill Awards 2026. Powered by the H4P Organization. H4P, bringing dignity to disability. H4P, perfection is our passion.
Welcome back.
Hello and welcome to another inspiring edition of the Helping Hand TV show, where we seek to throw the spotlight on the abilities of persons with disabilities. Like I say, you're welcome. Welcome to my world where disability is not inability. Special thanks to DV Unlimited Company Limited and FCC Fire Chapel, my proud sponsors, and special thanks to you for tuning in to your favorite show on TV. Today's episode is going to be exciting as always, inspiring as always. But let me go for a quick break. When I come back, I'll introduce my guest to you and then the episode we are going to do today. Stay tuned in. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are with me, the voice of ability on air for persons with disability. And today I want to introduce you to someone with so much ability. Some people call her the greatest friend. Others call her the sweet companion. And others still call her the faithful worker. She is dependable, reliable, and adorable. And she's committed to lending you a helping hand anytime, anywhere. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome DV Cleaners.
DV Cleaners Alata Samana Shower Gels. DV Cleaners Aloe Vera Shower Gels. DV Cleaners Body Lotions. DV Cleaners Hair Shampoos. DV Cleaners Hair Conditioners. DV Cleaners Liquid Detergents. DV Cleaners Hand Wash. DV Cleaners Floor Cleaners. DV Cleaners Toilet Cleaners. DV Cleaners Cake Soaps. And now introducing DV Cleaners Hand Sanitizers. For bulk purchase, call us on +233 278 308 246 or +233 244 467 326. DV Cleaners, one of the top most made in Ghana products. DV Cleaners, proudly Ghanaian.
And so remember that anytime you purchase any of the DV Cleaners range of products, you are lending a helping hand to a person with disability, and you are supporting H4P Organization's special advocacy for persons with disability. DV Cleaners.
Nature's finest touch.
Welcome back.
A documentary on surviving stroke and embracing hope. Stroke remains one of the leading causes of long-term disability worldwide, affecting over 15 million people annually, according to the World Health Organization. Hypertension, often described as the silent killer, is the single greatest risk factor for stroke, especially in Sub-Saharan Africa, where awareness, screening, and management are limited. Poor diet, high salt intake, diabetes, and obesity are strong contributors to hypertension, and without proper management, they often result in life-altering conditions such as stroke. When stroke occurs, blood flow in the brain is interrupted, leading to paralysis, speech impairment, memory loss, or even death. Survivors often find themselves navigating not only physical challenges, but also social stigma and discrimination. In Ghana, myths about sudden stroke, ranging from spiritual attacks to curses, persist, leaving many survivors isolated instead of supported. Yet, research shows that effective management, rehabilitation, proper diet, and strong family and community support networks can make the difference between despair and recovery. Every October 29th, the world observes World Stroke Day, raising awareness of the causes, prevention, and treatment of stroke, and reminding society that stroke is not a curse but a medical condition that can be managed. It is in this light that the Helping Hand television show, hosted by the Voice of Ability on air for persons with disabilities, tells the inspiring story of Erickson Arthur Quatson, a stroke survivor, his struggles, resilience, and advocacy for change. Eric is the first of 3 children. His childhood was marked by hardship when his father divorced his mother at a tender age, leaving the young family under the sole care of their mother. She endured many struggles, trading in small goods to keep her children in school. Witnessing his mother's determination, Eric grew up with a deep sense of responsibility.
My name is Erickson Kofi Atakwatson. I'm the chairperson of SASNET Ghana, Greater Accra Rep in particular. My mother was a divorcee, having 3 children to look after. Life wasn't that easy. I'm the eldest of them all. We are 3 in number, me, the male being the eldest, a female behind me, and another male behind me. I went to City of Ghana Academy, a technical institution, a private technical institution at Kotobabi Down. I completed in 92 as a fit, strong, young electrical engineer with more prospect and a better future ahead. Continued to the Accra Polytechnic and came out successfully with an HND in electrical engineering, but unfortunately wasn't able to enter into the university because of family problems and other circumstances at home. So due to the problems at home, I have to leave the Polytechnic after my HND to come home and help my mother to cater for the remaining 2 siblings. One thing my mom did was to keep us always together. No matter wherever we are, she has to be close to us, and we are always together. There is hardly for separation. Though we are the other 2 behind me got married earlier, they were all living with their husband or their spouses right under the same roof. So we're about a happy olden days traditional family. So we're very happy together. With sometimes maybe our mother's relatives coming in to join us to enjoy life. It was until 2016 that I felt that I should move out. So I went into my own apartment, a 4-bedroom self-contained that I have built. I went in to live there. It was there that I got a contract with Sumo Vision at Takrady. So I moved bag and baggages to Takrady to start work there. It was there that I was diagnosed with the hypertensive. And the company too was complaining of me being hypertensive and working as an air conditioning technician could be disastrous for me because electric and hypertensive does not go together. I understood them, resigned from the work to come back to my own because I already had a company. So I came back from Takrady to Accra to continue my life. Initially, I had never planned of getting married. It was due to how life was so good at that time for me. I had 2 children with a woman.
We'll be right back. Success is a product of hard and wise work. Is 60-second success with the Bishop.
Welcome to 60-second success with the Bishop, where I give you success nuggets for a successful life. It has been said that your health is your wealth, and that's very true. I believe that your greatest wealth is your health. Physical health has trickle-down effects, and it impacts other things in your life. Studies have shown that exercise can have positive effects on mental health. When you are healthy, you are successful. To be successful in your health, you must make changes to your lifestyle to improve areas like your sleep pattern, your energy levels, your endurance level, hydration, and many more. Your success in any area of your life is tied to your general well-being and health. Get healthy and get wealthy. It has taken 60 seconds for me to give you this success tip, but it will take more than 60 seconds for you to put it to work in your life. So start your journey to success now.
Is 60-second success with the Bishop. Welcome back.
Life took a devastating turn when Eric, who had just moved to live alone in his own home, suddenly collapsed one morning. He had returned from work the previous evening exhausted, ate, and went to bed. The next day, whilst preparing for work, he felt unusually heavy and immobile. Soon, he could neither move nor call for help. Rescuing him proved difficult due to the secure nature of his gated house. By the time he was found and rushed to the hospital, he had slipped into a coma.
I was diagnosed of hypertension in June 2017. I was by then 41, and I was given medications and other things. It was after I went to Kofodia to have a work there, came back, I felt an uneasiness on my body, went back to my medication, took my medication, I felt a little bit relieved. Until that night of the episode, which was very strange, because I came home feeling very strong and energetic. I was living by the medications. Until December, the same year, 2017, I was living alone in my whole apartment, a 4-bedroom self-contained, living alone. But the main disadvantage was the steel doors that is in town now, what people call China or Turkish door. That was the door fixed on all the entrance. So when I locked the door, I just leave the key behind, turn it a little bit. And the glass too was this aluminum sliding glasses. So it's hard for you to break in. And there are big burglar proofs, not the one with keys, but the fixed burglar proofs behind it. So I had the episode around 2 a.m. That was the last time I looked at the time. It was 2 a.m. I could not remember anything again. I was later told that people saw me in the room, but how to get in was very difficult. They called welders to come to break down the door. They said they could not do anything because it's in layers. They said the mason that suggests that the rest they break part of the wall for him to get access to put his hand there to open the door, which they did, and they were able to open the door. They came and met me lying down naked, and they took me to the hospital. But on my way going, I remember seeing the Pentecostal church where I used to fellowship. And I said in my head that, oh God, if you take me forth and back to meet this church again, I'll continue to worship you. That's the little prayer that I said in my head before I went off again. I could not remember anything again. All that I could remember was I was in a very different area, different place altogether, walking by a river bank. People see me and got very scared. Some were saying, hey, this guy is missing. Just let him alone. He'll walk, he'll find his way back. So I just saw a summer hat and I said, no, let me get to a summer hat. A summer hat by the beach. That means there are merrymakers there. So I just went there to see what may happen. So getting closer there, I saw all the people there were in white cloth. Some had dreadlocks on their head. And I used to be a dreadlocks man. I had a very long dreadlocks on me. So with the intention that, oh, I've seen my fellow Rastafarians, so I have to get closer to them. But when I got there, it was a total different atmosphere. I greeted them and asked them where I was, and they asked me, what did I come here to do? I said, I don't know where I am, and I'm not even sure of myself. And one of them stood up and said, you were told not to come to this side. Why did you come here? Go back. Go away from here. Go away from here. And the elderly of them said, oh, he's missing. Just as a little bit patient with him. And he gave me a direction that I should walk along this route, not looking back. I should just go straight ahead. No one should let me turn my head. I said, okay. But whilst I was going, I heard a voice calling my name. Calling my name behind. I said, who is this? But as I was moving a little bit faster, I could recognize the voice as being my mother's voice. But I wasn't sure and I was one to never to look back. So whilst I was going, I tried to steal a glance at the person calling me. And lo and behold, it was my mother. It was there that I regained consciousness. So I asked, and they said, I was at the Kulebu Teaching Hospital. And I asked, how long have I been here? They said, I've been here for about 6 weeks. And ever since I was there, my mother never came visiting. The only time that she came visiting and she called my name, I just woke up. So I was very much surprised.
The diagnosis was devastating. A once vibrant, hard-working man, now bedridden and dependent.
So I have to sit down, analyze myself, go back to my golden days, as I used to call it. And I found out that it was a lifestyle disease. I wasn't living healthily. I thought I was fit. Eating banku, heavy balls of banku at dawn, then going to work. I thought I was strong, fit to do everything. But not knowing it was a very bad habit. The consumption of salt, highly. What we say that if the soup is not tasty, you just add salt, it will be tasty for you. So we'll be adding salt to our food anytime that we want, without even thinking of the consequences we are going to have. So after learning all this, and I found out that I'm the own cause of my illness, I set up my mind to go out on an outreach to help people, if not to win souls for God, to make people aware that there's something going on in our lifestyle that we have to set and rectify it.
We'll be right back.
It's the music segment on the Helping Hand TV show.
Not knowing how we'll get through this test, yeah. But holding on to faith, you know best. Nothing can catch you by surprise. You've got this figured out, and you're watching us now, yeah, yeah. And when it looked as if we can't win, oh God, you rubbed us in your arms and stepped in. You stepped right in, and everything we need you supply. You've got this in control, and now we know that you made a way. When our backs were against the wall and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. And we're standing here only because you made a way. Looking back on where we've come from, oh God, because of you and nothing we've done, yeah, to deserve the love and mercy you've shown. Your grace was strong enough to lift us up, and you made our way. When our backs were against the wall and it looked as if it was over,
Welcome back.
As a diabetic and hypertensive person, Eric reflects on how poor eating habits contributed to his condition. He now advocates strongly for healthy diets, warning that carelessness with food choices can lead to hypertension and stroke.
You see, with this illness, there are so many superstitions around it about being from the evil ones. And if you depend on your sign, I say. So I took on myself that why don't I go around to educate my fellow survivors to tell them, because God has given me a second chance to convert people to Him. So when I come to you and I see you having the similar problem, I talk to you. No, you may even forget that maybe during the time you were taking too much cholesterol, which you never noticed. But when I get them to realize their lifestyle behavior and we sit down to chat, they could see that no, this is not from any witchcraft or any voodoo, but it's their own lifestyle that causes it. So by His grace and by His might, we have tried to gather people around, trying to help with their upkeep. And all that we do, we don't have any support from anyone. Not even our health insurance can take us anywhere. Our medications are all bought by the family or friends. And if you have it, how much are you going to spend? And how long can you be spending? Your resources will soon get finished. And even someone to help you to feed, it's very difficult. Me, for instance, in the beginning, life wasn't that easy. So it's very, very tiresome. To even, to poo-poo myself was difficult. I was carried to a chamber pot before I can poo-poo. To urinate, unless someone comes, open up my zipper before I can urinate. So it got to a stage I have to use diaper. And just imagine a grown-up like me using diaper for another grown-up to come and remove the diaper, clean myself. It was very, very irritating and very annoying. I don't wish anyone to be in this situation, not even my worst enemy, to be in such a situation. Because it becomes a burden on you, the ill person, and the family. And even your society, you become a burden. And people start making fun of you. Oh, maybe he's going to take someone's money. Maybe he's done this, maybe he's done that, maybe he's done that. But no one will focus on your living habits, how you eat, the time you eat, the time you rest. I, for instance, do not rest. I close from work, come home, have a nap about 2-3 hours, go back on my table to do my repair works. Maybe repairing some solar equipment, blenders, irons, and other things. Get up at dawn, back to work. And even sometimes when driving, you may feel sleepy behind the steer, which can even cause an accident because no rest. And maybe you may be in the office working. When you close from the office, straight back home, you not come home. You just follow friends. Let's take a drink or two here. Let's walk around before coming home. The time you get to rest is very short. You may not know that you are having a heart attack or a cardiovascular disease or maybe a diabetes. But before you realize, you've messed up your whole life and your whole life savings will go to waste without even leaving a penny for your family or for your children. I'm in a triple condition. I'm a diabetic, a hypertensive, and moreover, a stroke patient. And the worst of all is I'm a disabled person too. I cannot work as I used to do. So I have to be getting little jobs around to do to get even money to buy airtime on my phone. I, for instance, when I stand up to work, you'll be surprised that, am I sure I'm a stroke patient? Yes, I'm a stroke patient. For the past 5 years, I've been living with this condition. But I'm able to move around, maneuver around, jump a little bit, talk as if nothing is wrong with me. But I'm ill. It's a plea that the government will come to our aid, even to others, to the National Disabled Group, so that we could get something little to do by ourselves for our upkeep. And I'm pleading with the general public that at least every 3 months, the nearest clinic or health post near you, you go and check in for your heart rating, your diabetic, your blood sugar rating, if possibly. You go in to check for your cholesterol in the lab and other things. The nearby clinic doctor can give you a prescription for you to go to the lab to check your cholesterol level. Knowing our status in cholesterol and our heart and our diabetic status will help us to improve our better living. The effect is very, 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 very bad. Because right now, I cannot even take care of my immediate family, much more my extended family, my mom, my nieces, my nephews, my brothers, my sisters. Very sad. Even as to sit down to talk to them is a headache because always they have to go out to find something to come and help me back home because I'm not able to go out to do anything. And it's a very huge burden on my wife, who, God being so good, is a nurse. So right now, my vitals are always being checked and my medications are always on time. But being a nurse, when she's on shift, that means I have to be alone. Who is going to take care of me? I have to go out of the room to seek my sister or my mother's help before I could even take my bath or anything of that sort. In our buildings nowadays in Ghana here, there is no accessibility for the disabled. So someone has to carry you to the bathhouse, or even when you're able to walk there, someone has to assist you into the bath tube. And due to the tiles that we are using, anything could happen. Someone has to stand there to take care of you. It has been very, very hard for me. If it were to be in another place, my wife has to stop working to sit by me. But here is a case where there is no money to feed all of us, so she has to go out to work much more so that to bring the little that she gets to help us.
Eric also highlights the role of government in supporting stroke patients by providing subsidized medication and making physiotherapy more accessible.
Ghana Health Insurance does not take care of my medication. And taking diabetic, hypertensive medication with cholesterol medication is very, very expensive. I spend almost getting to 500 every month on my medications. And whilst I'm not working, how am I going to get it? How many of my friends and relatives can come and give me 500 Ghana every month for just my medication? No food, nothing. So if the government could help us with our medications so that we too can fight for our food and maybe well-being at home, it could help us a bit. My eldest daughter doesn't yet understand it. I told her I had a fall from work that has paralyzed part of my body. But the word stroke, she doesn't understand it. Even when she's around and I'm talking about stroke, she asks, Daddy, what is this? You're always talking about stroke, what is stroke? I said it's a living condition that affects man and woman most often. And it's due to the food that we eat, especially the late night eating that usually causes such things.
On World Stroke Day and beyond, Eric reminds us all to take our health seriously, dispel myths, and extend compassion to those living with disabilities.
When you get to these conditions, you should know that your next step is stroke or cardiac arrest. If you're lucky to have stroke, you'll be permanently disabled, maybe for the rest of your life. If you're able to recover, you cannot be fully recovered. People may see, or you yourself will feel the effect on it. And it will drain down all your resources. You may have nothing left to boast of yourself. And just look at the stigma in your surroundings. Everyone in your area will refuse even to get close to you because of the evil thinking on the evil deeds that they may think you did. And them coming closer to you will affect them. So you'll be left alone. Everyone will be avoiding you. And when they see you, though you may not have anything, they see you, they may feel obliged to give you something for your upkeep. So in order to avoid giving you something, when they see you, they have to dodge you or move away from you so that they cannot give you. But I'll plead with them. They should just come closer to us. Coming closer to talk to us, to play with us, or even seeing us makes us happy and makes us feel okay. As at now, I have no one coming to visit me, no one coming around. Though I'm able to walk a bit, what I do is when I'm sitting down and I feel boredom, I just rush to your place. Oh, I'm going somewhere, so you don't worry. I'll just escort you. Avoiding, they always avoid me, but I always force to push myself on them. And when you get to such a state, thinking is very, very, very bad. The more you think, the higher your blood pressure moves. And with that, healing is very difficult. As I sit down now, my hands are very stiff, not easy to be moved about. And all that the medical doctors are telling me is that because of my thinking, the blood rushing through my arm is very, very high. With that, healing will take a longer time. So you have to always relax the heart. And how do you want to relax the heart? When the heart is merry, it is relaxed. But when you start thinking, you put more pressure on the heart to pump more blood. So please help us to be merry at heart so that the brain will be able to relax.
He stresses the importance of families creating positive, supportive environments for stroke survivors, warning that isolation and depression can worsen outcomes.
I'm pleading with the government to help us so that we can get back into the society. People lock up their stroke victims in the room, avoiding everyone coming to visit, saying that maybe the people visiting, one of them may be the cause of the illness, which may not be true. It's our lifestyle that brought this illness on us. I go around my community with the people knowing I know having stroke, convincing them, talking to their family that instead of them hiding the patient in the room, they should rather be bringing them out for them to enjoy the fresh breezes, to get people around them to be playing with them. And even what is more important is children. When children are by you, hey, stop it, oh, then we shout, and then it will let your talking be a little bit better. As you open your jaws, instead of chewing gum, to open your jaws and closing them, shouting at little children or playing with little children will rather relieve you from your stress that you are in. It will make you a little bit cheerful. And much more problem is the food that we intake. Though the system is high, we take all our food that we take is starchy. And that's what causes our glucose to rise up higher. And the more it goes up, the more the cholesterol too gets the chance to give the blockage in the veins for another stroke to happen. God being so good, for the past 5 years, I've never even had a headache before. Because all that I do is I have my nephews around me who I play with. They'll be pinching me, putting me, trying to make me happy. Though they are very young, 5 years, but they always make me happy. And I plead with the media to what? To not to shun us behind. We are now part of the disability people. We are also disabled. So the media should help us by publishing us out and gathering funds and support for us. Philanthropists should come to our aid because we, the stroke people, though we are not yet all gathered together, we need help from them. We need many help financially, with equipment, offices or storerooms where you can get equipment for physiotherapy in the communities. Because going to Kolebu for physio, with your health insurance, you're going to pay 20 Ghana. Without health insurance, you're going to pay 100 Ghana. And how can a stroke person be moved from one end to another? He has to take a drop-in or board a car to that place. The cost involved is very high.
On World Stroke Day and beyond, Eric reminds us all to take our health seriously, dispel myths, and extend compassion to those living with disabilities.
So this is why we do this show, to bring dignity to disability, to bring hope to those who are hopeless. So all those who contribute to H4P through our mobile money system, thank you so much for helping us do this job. God richly bless you. If you are not yet part of those who help H4P through the mobile money system, I think it's time for you to decide to be a help to the Helping Hand TV show.
You can also support H4P in bringing dignity to disability. Give today via our MTN mobile money on +233 596 313 338. The name is H4P. You can also send your donations via bank transfer. Fidelity Bank Ghana Limited, Rich Towers Branch, Accra, Ghana. Account name is H4P Helping Hand Project Fund. The account number is 20-900-308-70805. You can also visit our website, H4POrganization.org, for more information. Thank you, and God richly bless you. H4P, bringing dignity to disability. H4P, perfection is our passion.
God bless our homeland Ghana. It's happening here again on the soils of Ghana. The first ever, the best ever, the greatest ever, and the only prestigious award for persons with disability. It's the Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards. It's the 2026 edition of the prestigious Chill Awards. Right here in Ghana, West Africa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is finally here. It is the official opening for the nominations for the 2026 edition of the prestigious Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, valid from 1st October to 31st of December 2025. Eligibility for the 2026 edition of the prestigious Chill Awards includes persons with disability or institutions of persons with disability who have made exceptional contributions and have demonstrated outstanding leadership in the disability community and national development in the following categories: 1. Education, 2. Entrepreneurship, and 3. Disability sports. To submit your nomination, kindly visit www.chillawards.com. Click on the nomination process button, complete the form with your details, and attach required supporting media and references. Then submit. Take your place in the noble race of change makers. It's the prestigious Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, Chill Awards 2026. For further enquiries, kindly contact the H4P Organization on +233 209 555 777 or +233 596 313 338 or +233 277 552 208. Remember, it's the official opening for nominations for the 2026 edition of the prestigious Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards from 1st October to 31st December 2025. The prestigious Chill Awards 2026. Powered by the H4P Organization. H4P, bringing dignity to disability. H4P, perfection is our passion.
And we're